feel so low. My camera is kind of at a higher level because I'm trying to figure out the framing of this video. So this will have to do. What's up guys? How y'all doing today? My name is David Franco and welcome back to another video. I'm a very passionate gamer. I mean, you guys should know this by now. I've been gaming since I was probably 3 years old. I don't know. But I've been there. I played Atari, I played ColecoVision, I played NES, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, GameCube. You name it, there's a good chance I've had my hands on that console or a controller for that console. Except for the 3DO. I've never touched the 3DO. I've always been curious about that. And there are some other weird consoles out there, that I never got my hands on, unfortunately. However, there is one console I'm especially passionate about getting my hands on because I quite literally have to get my hands on it. That is the Nintendo Switch 2. I absolutely love this thing. I do not regret my purchase one bit. I actually was there on launch day, June 5th, 2025. Walmart dropped it off early in the morning and I'll never forget it. Like it quite literally is a gaming memory of mine, alongside things like the Dreamcast and getting my N64 and my first Switch for that matter. I just love getting my hands on this new hardware and new games and whatever. However, with that said, with new hardware comes new expectations, right? Because based on things we've seen in the past, you would maybe, hopefully, expect history to repeat itself, especially in the tech/gaming industry. That seems to happen quite a lot. But this is Nintendo we're talking about. They don't always follow the rules, if you will. They don't always do things consistently, and they don't just do something because, the competition does it. So I figured for today's video, I'm going to look at talk about three things that I'm still waiting for in regards to the Switch 2 console. Number one, an official YouTube app. Where is it? Where is it, guys? Where is it? Can't find it. Seriously though, it's 2026 and we still do not have an official YouTube app on the Switch 2. And please don't even try to tell me, David, it's a gaming console first. It's meant to play games, not watch media. I disagree. I heavily disagree for anyone who throws that argument at me. It's 2026. We are in, the modern era where we quite literally expect to sit down in our living room, our bedroom, or take things to work, take things to vacation, and have instant access to media streaming apps, whether it's a gaming console or not. If it's a portable display, I expect to have access to my media. And well, that includes YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. So my question to you is, why don't we have any of those apps on the Switch 2 yet? And guys, I'll be honest, when I took this thing to Seaside Heights with me last year, it would have been so nice to be chilling in the car and using my iPhone's hotspot to get data on here, on the go, and stream things like YouTube, and stream things like Netflix. But I couldn't do that. Now granted, yes, I do have my iPad Pro. It's right behind the camera. And I love that iPad Pro. And yes, I will be taking that on vacation with me because it does a beautiful job at what it's supposed to do. But the fact that my Switch 2 still cannot play YouTube is absolutely mind-boggling. Why was I not ready for launch? And why do we still not have it over 1 year later since its launch? I'm sorry, but there's no excuse for it. And yes, I am very well aware that YouTube came out months ago, keyword months, stating that yes, we are officially working on a YouTube app. Where is it? How hard could it be with today's coding abilities and AI and everything? There's no reason why we can't have YouTube on the Switch 2. And yes, for those wondering, the Switch 1 did eventually get YouTube, but it took 18 months to do so. 18 months. And that thing came out years ago. So the fact that we're still waiting over a year since the Switch 2's launch, I'm sorry, there's no excuse for it. Yes, gaming first, media second, but it's 2026. Come on. Number two, a better selection of Joy-Con colors. This is something I'm still waiting on. You'd think it would be an easy money grab from Nintendo for consumers like myself. As of today, I believe I own, 9 DualSense controllers, and at least 6 or 7 Xbox controllers in the house, each of which is a different color, except for my 2 white DualSenses, but that's because they came with the consoles. But that's just my point. Consumers like myself would gladly give these huge corporations some money for the same exact controller, but in a different color. Guys, it's a fact. Consumers crave colors. That's exactly why the orange iPhone 17 Pro sold so incredibly well last year, because people craved that orange color. Me, not so much, because I went with a simple white iPhone Air, and I love it. But it's a fact. People do love having the choice of colors. So why don't we have different colors for the Switch 2 Joy-Con yet? Wait, what's that? We do have colors? Yes, we do, but at the same time, we don't. We don't. It's still like this. Mostly dark gray, with an accent of a color right here, and the inside color. But guys, let me show you something really interesting here. Right here, okay? Watch this. It's gone. It's gone. So, in theory, if I buy any of the new colors that Nintendo has recently announced for the Joy-Con 2, the only color I'm going to be seeing is the accent color underneath the joysticks. The analog sticks. Nintendo, give us colors that cover the entire Joy-Con. Give us some personalization to this thing, especially with a very dark console. Most colors contrast beautifully with this dark gray. Picture like a neon blue or a neon purple contrasting with the back or the front of your Switch 2. I think it would look great. And don't even try telling me that Nintendo's not interested. It's a fact. Check out these Amazon images. Guys, we have the choice of colors for the Switch 1 Joy-Con. So why is this not a thing for the Switch 2? Yes, we technically do have new colors, but are they really that new if it's mostly the same with just an accent of color? Well, in my opinion, no. And guys, with rising costs, you'd think that Nintendo would want to justify the higher prices that we're paying these days with actual new colors, not just accents. So Nintendo, what are you waiting for? Take my money. It's easy. And number 3, this is a big one. Unfortunately, I don't see this happening for a while, or if ever. And that is the return of a dedicated messaging app. Keyword, return. We used to have a messaging app on the Wii called Message Board. Remember that? I don't know about you guys, but I loved coming home at night and seeing my bedroom just pulsating with that blue, color just filling my room. I loved that vibe. I would come home like, somebody sent me a message, whether it's from, Nintendo themselves or an actual friend. It was always exciting coming home and seeing that pulsing blue light. But we don't have anything like that on either the Switch 1 or especially the Switch 2. Nintendo is boasting the fact that, yeah, we have a more social console these days when compared to the Switch 1 because of one big feature, game chat. But where's the chat functionality besides voice chat? Guys, let's be honest. I'm never going to use game chat because if I'm gaming on my Switch 2, I'm downstairs on my gaming PC talking to friends on Discord. I'm saying this like I'm talking on the phone. Hello? But seriously, Nintendo, just give us a messaging app on the Switch 2. Also, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when your Switch 2 is docked, there is a tiny bit of the display actually showing, which means in theory Nintendo could use this portion of the display to show notifications, friend requests, messages, news alerts. It's got a lot of potential. It's got so much potential. I'm hoping we see something alongside the rumored Switch 2 OLED. Maybe that could be their chance because in theory with a, shut off display thanks to OLED, then you could get those rich blacks and only use the pixels that you actually need to use for, again, notifications, friends, messages, news alerts, all that stuff. I just want some kind of personalization thrown in between the colored Joy-Con and the fun factor that we used to get with Street Pass and the Wii message board, in regards to chat and messages, notifications. So, recap. Number 1, a YouTube app. Sorry, you're never going to change my mind. There's no excuse to not have a YouTube app on something like this, especially considering how much we're paying these days in 2026. There's no excuse. Number 2, a better selection of Joy-Con colors. Nintendo, it's easy money in your pockets because consumers like myself are suckers for new colors. Again, just look at my DualSense collection. I buy too many controllers, especially considering I'm the only person living in this house. And number 3, the return of an integrated messaging app. Something more social, like the message board, Street Pass. Give us something, please, give us something. And well, that's my rant for today. Not really a rant, more of a wish list. But hey, I mean, if I can see anything happening out of these three, it's definitely the YouTube app. At least we know it's coming. It's just taking way too long. It's 2026. It's not 2003 anymore. YouTube wasn't even around then. That's the joke. YouTube is a big part of our lives. Put it on the Switch 2. Guys, what do you want to see out of the Switch 2? Let me know right below, and please don't forget to like the video. I appreciate you guys. Happy gaming! Not happy watching on your Switch 2, because God knows we can't do that. And I'll talk to you guys soon.